everyone, I'm Katerina, a fashion entrepreneur and alumni of London College of Fashion. Also, I'm a partner of MedPixel Studio. It's a post-production studio. We produce graphic design, CG, VFX, and also we create NFTs for different brands. I have got my own business. It's called Alice Talks, a fashion store for girls and online shop for girls and women. With a long passion for animals, I set up a startup, K Talks, where aesthetics meets ethics.
Hello, I'm Elena, CCO and co-founder of Maison DAO. And Maison DAO is art tech collective community that builds future of fashion industry.
Elena, welcome to Voice of Crypto, and tell me please a little bit about yourself, your background.
Hi Katerina, it's a pleasure to be here, Voice of Crypto. I come from traditional fashion background. I work as a creative director, fashion designer for 3 decades. For various brands, had my own brand in New York, worked in Paris and Los Angeles, also produced, worked with various artists, produced music videos. Yeah, and now really excited to be part of Web3 community.
Yeah, it sounds very interesting. Can you tell us more about your journey to Web3? So about Maison DAO, what is the mission and how it works?
Journey to Web3 was very interesting. So I was in traditional fashion industry, and then I was working a lot with celebrity doing styling in Los Angeles, and Corona started. So when Corona started, everything kind of like, I was interested in crypto before, but a little bit, kind of like, okay, it's interesting. What is this? Never really had time to go deeper. And someone offered me in 2014 to pay for my services in Bitcoin. And I was like, what? Money, online, what are you talking about? I've regretted many times that I did that later on. So back to Corona, 2019. Corona, I think, really propelled the Web3 for everyone, including myself. So in that time, I started learning. There's just so much time. So I said, okay, maybe I should learn a little more about crypto and what is this. And I went into this rabbit hole of, podcasts and reading and white papers, and I got super excited. And of course, the word Web3 was showing up here and there. In 2 years, from 2019 to 2021, I've learned how to trade. I understand what is blockchain, and start really thinking what blockchain can do really for fashion industry, how could it work together. And then I got really interested in Web3, an idea of decentralization, idea of governance, tokens and NFT was just extremely exciting for me. Where before I look at it as just pure tech, now I start seeing it as something that could be extremely beneficial to, my industry, and it can really democratize the whole fashion industry and change also this kind of up-down way, and gatekeepers. It could really bring so many opportunities to younger creatives, and whole creative economy is really exciting for me. And then, around 7 months ago, I met Simon, who is a founder of Maison DAO, and we were introduced by a mutual friend, and he told me about his idea. We met in Berlin, we talked, and I joined as an advisor, and I was an advisor for Maison DAO for 3 months, I think, and then I joined and become co-founder. And really excited.
This is a great story. Can you tell us more about Maison DAO? How do you collaborate with artists, and what is the real benefit for artists to collaborate?
Absolutely, that's the most exciting part, and that's actually why I joined, because the concept of having community, first of all, DAO is decentralized autonomous organization. I think, most of viewers and whoever doesn't know, I would like to still, because I think all these terms are still new for many, many people. So I'd like to just elaborate a little bit on what DAO is. DAO is democratic organization, which is run on a native governance token. and where people vote for every decision and have shared values, basically, and build something together, what they believe in. And to me, the idea of DAO is just very, very exciting, because I think it's really opportunity to build something together, to find right people, and to share the income or revenue streams, whatever come from these shared projects. So instead of 5 people collaborating and have lawyers and contracts and this, you can just put everything on blockchain and collaborate together, which brings so much freedom to artists also, you know, to co-create together, to bring different projects together. And Maison DAO specifically, we're one of the largest, which everybody say right now in Web3 space, was the first one, was the largest one, but I think we are one of the largest art tech community in a space, and with special attention to fashion. So our members include 3D fashion designers, 3D content creator, 3D environment designers, 3D architects, also just fashion designers, people who work on upcycling, people who work on circular economy, sustainability expert, 3D content creators. So it's a whole variety of people who share the same values.
And how many people do you have?
We have around 140 studios right now, and altogether around 180 members, with overall reach to like 2 million people, I think.
Wow.
If we take all the followings of their, and I'll explain a little more about structure of the DAO and why I think the DAO is such a big, important organism of the future.
Elena, can you please elaborate about DAO and tell us about some interesting projects that you've done?
And collaborations. So Maison DAO, basically the way, as I mentioned earlier, we create collaboration between many different artists and industry professionals. And what's interesting there, that we're able to bring together people who wouldn't have really come together in any other way. You know, we have an artist from Africa, say extremely talented, young girl. And this is where I get really excited. You know, that the possibility of creating collaboration between really talented 18-year-old artists from Africa who create this incredibly interesting prints, and musician from Italy, let's say, an environment designer from Spain, and a digital designer from England. You know, all these people can collaborate and create together a collection or create together certain visuals that can stand alone as showcasing together, but also the possibility of bringing these people and bring the real brand or a real event or big sponsor who can also use that material, or where all these artists get actually revenues, shared revenues from their work, and showcase their work, let's say, during London Fashion Week. And that's the most interesting part, that being part of the DAO gives you opportunity to really collaborate and meet people and work on the projects that otherwise wouldn't come your way. Because it takes a lot of effort to go all over the world. I travel right now. I've been in 8 countries, and talking to people and organizing all kind of events. Me, Simon, both of us working all the time on organizing events, creating different synergies with also real life brands that can work with the artists, you know, and give opportunity to independent artists to showcase their work, but also brands can produce the work of independent artists, you know, and that's, to me, that's kind of how I see the future of really decentralized fashion industry. And that's what we're trying to build, a true, real decentralized fashion brand, where everybody just finding collaboration within the group, and we create synergy within the group. And then also everyone can promote the project. So a project done by 5 different designers, and they collaborated on something, then all 5 of them promoting it, and everyone in Maison DAO, all the members promoting it and supporting it. So this ecosystem of support gives people just a lot of boost, you know, it gives them boost in social media, it gives them just a personal boost as well, you know, because they had a situation where one of our artists was working on Unreal Engine, and they were uploading something and they had a problem. So she wrote to me and she said, is there any other members who's working on Unreal Engine? And I know that one of our designer, another designer in Los Angeles, amazing, she works with a religion. And so I wrote to her, I connected both of them, and then they together was able to figure out problem, but the problem was very interesting, very technical for both of them. So it's kind of, they both grew, and afterwards they both wrote me a message like, oh, that was so amazing, that was so great, we figured it out, you know. So things like this really, I mean, it's amazing. It wasn't possible in the fashion industry before. In traditional fashion industry, the atmosphere is completely different.
And I've got one more question. How artists can be like a part of Maison DAO? What they need to do?
Well, we are searching always for great artists, you know, and they're very welcome to apply and become members in Maison DAO. And then they can see our community, they can see all the other work and meet other members. You know, right now we're still on the ground. We're trying to figure out our voting system. We're still building it. You know, and we spent a lot of time with Simon on the ground, really connecting to people and meeting. I met all our artists. I met.
So they can just email you.
Yes, absolutely. They can go to maisondao.world and join community and look at our community. They can join us on LinkedIn. We're on Twitter as Maison DAO. We're on Twitter. We had to set up new account because our old account was disappeared for some reason. So yeah, we'll be super happy to see everyone on Twitter as well. But mostly we live on LinkedIn. That's where you can really see everyone. Yeah. And we're planning Thank you. And we're planning a lot of shows. I mean, we showcase, you also asked about example. So one of the reason really interesting example was showcasing in London and showcasing in New York. So in London, we participated in Picnic, which was an event in W1 Curates. It was a beautiful event. And so our artist was able to be part of that event and showcase their work there, which is incredible. You know, and out of that we had an artist, one artist from Africa, one artist from little Russian village, who I found on Instagram, and she's just amazing. You know, so there's this all amazing people who's joining, and they're joining forces together. You know, and they're speaking different languages, and then they can find also and match with someone who speaks the same language. We can take them farther also. You know, if they have a question about digital art. Yeah, it's creating community where beautiful, vibrant community where everyone is very happy also to help each other, to support each other, to be part of the project, to brainstorm. It's amazing.
And right now, let's speak about fashion. What do you think? How, from your point of view, can fashion utilize NFTs today?
I think we only now, I'm super inspired about NFTs and all the possibilities of NFTs, especially finishing NFT London, which was just an incredible, you know, event with so many interesting panels, so many interesting discussions. And I feel that we only scratch really the surface of what NFT is going to be in the future for fashion, for all the other industries. Because the understanding of NFT today is quite shallow for general population. People think that NFT is just little GIFs of some moving monkeys and, you know, maybe it has some utility. But in reality, NFT is digital. It's ownership of anything in a digital form, technically speaking. And NFT could be a ticket to event. NFT is a great tool to build your community. NFT is an amazing tool to attach physical items. And I believe that this is going to be just growing bigger and bigger and bigger. Because with NFT, you can buy a digital asset, you can buy something in digital form, and then you can decide if you want to have it in physical as well. And my personal point of view is that attachment of physical and digital will be stronger and stronger. I think that NFT really will have, it's going to be all about smart NFTs and NFT infused with more content and being really more like an opening door to gated communities. In Maison DAO, we're using NFTs and we're planning a lot of drops right now to not only raise money for our projects and for future shows, but also attach all kind of events to it, attach gated access to different communities, you know, and maybe have NFTs that will bring just London community together, in a real life during a real event in London, or maybe by collecting some NFTs, you can access some special event in New York, let's say, or win something. So there's to gamify NFTs. I think, there's just so much. NFTs, a new possibility to expand our world, not only to expand our world to digital, but also I think bring that amazing digital tool and add to the physical world we're living in. Because I'm a very big believer that digital tools have to serve us. We don't serve the digital world, but the digital tools serves us. So it's the same, It's the same, I believe, in Metaverse. It's not for us to just migrate to Metaverse. It's for us to create, educate, do something in Metaverse, but still enjoy, love our life, care about this space. It's not. I don't look as digital tools as an escape from this reality. I love this reality. I think it's absolutely awesome. Some faults, but, we can fix it.
And imagine the situation that you need to explain what is NFT to your mom. So can you tell us, please, how it's going?
Good question, because I'm still explaining to my mom what iPad is and what NFT. If I have to explain to my mom what NFT is, I would probably go back to before the internet and explain it from the same point of view as the beginning of internet and beginning of websites. Before we had a website, and I remember in 1994, a friend of mine came to me and he was like, oh, this is going to be .com, or 1995, it's going to be .com, you need to buy your name. And I was like, what are you talking about? And then there's going to be website. And he was really visionary, he was a hacker then. There's quite a few in New York at that time. And everything he said, I listened very carefully, and he was the one who bought for me my first computer also. I brought this big thing. He's like, you have to have it. And I'm like, oh my God, do I really? So I think NFT is at the same era now. It's very rare moment when new technology, NFT and Web3, when this new technology enters the space. I would explain to my mom in a way that, remember, before anybody thought that it would be possible to just Google something. And suddenly you're Googling something. NFT is just the next step in that technology that will bring you connectivity to the things you buy, to the things you like, that will give you ability to participate more in activities that you enjoy, getting real benefits, life benefits from this through technology. I wouldn't go deep with the technological part.
Let's have fun for a minute, and we have got a short break. I will ask you questions, and you have got only 3 seconds to answer. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah, okay, let's go.
Okay, Bitcoin or Ethereum?
Bitcoin.
Elon Musk or Johnny Depp?
Elon Musk.
Will Metaverse replace the internet? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Eventually.
Are Metaverse and Web3 the same?
Similar. Web3 is a tool of Metaverse.
Do you accept crypto as a payment?
Yes.
How does your portfolio looks like?
Like shit at this point.
Okay. How much money have you lost in crypto?
Less than I made.
And Bored Ape or Doodles?
Doodles.
Great. Elena, one more fun question. If I give you a time machine and you have got the opportunity to go 10 years back, would you like to change something in your life? What do you think?
It's an interesting question. So I believe that if you change anything in your life, that affects everything. So even if you change one little thing, that affects everything. So technically, I would probably invest in Bitcoin in 2014. That's just one thing I would definitely change. But I think everything else I just leave as it is, because I would never, my journey would not arrive where I am today if it would be any different. I really like where I am today.
Yeah, it's a great answer. And what do you think about future, for example? How do you see yourself 10 years
the same time machine 10 years from now. Well, I would like to really influence changes in the world, positive changes in the world. And I love our Web3 vibrant community. I think we all can bring so much more to the world. I meet so many amazing people. And to me, everything is about consciousness, creativity, and, being kind, loving to each other in this reality. And then whatever tools we use to benefit this reality, that would be amazing.
Elena, thank you very much for joining us and for your time. It was very nice to speak with you. And Voice of Crypto is giving a platform for different voices. I'm Katerina, Voice of Crypto.
And I'm Elena, Voice of Crypto. And it was a real pleasure talking to you, Katerina.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.